Oh, man. Oh, just a few seconds away. Woo! All right, we got frenzies. It's the frenzy meta. I believe you were the one who coined it, and now is a household way to describe it. You love to see that. 100 Thieves starting off on the attacking side. A little bit of aggression early on as they try to take some space across the middle of the map. It looks like they want to go A. I love this setup already. Paranoia, work your way in through tree, and take the fight to Ambox.
Yeah, and this A split immediately getting up in the faces of Ambox, as you said. Dicey and Asuna both taking the initial duels and winning them both outright. 5-on-3 post plant coming in for 100 Thieves now, Doug.
And Dicey was in a good spot. You saw the counter Paranoia come out from Seb to try to push 100 Thieves back. It did at least get him off of Heaven, give Ambox a little bit of room to work with, but they still haven't really been able to get onto the site. You see them on the minimap start to set up so that they can push in from two fronts. Something from Heaven, something from Tree as well, and force 100 Thieves to respond to the aggression that's coming in from different angles. Ye's gonna drop, just leaving 2 members left on the side of Ambox as the spike continues to tick away. This is a difficult ask for a retake.
Yeah, you hope for some frags, maybe build up some ultimate points. You're probably not going to get the defuse, and there it is. 3 kills coming in for Android, and a 4th there for Seb. But nonetheless, 100 Thieves going to take that round, Doug. And, I mean, that was a very quick, very decisive, and well-planned A-split where Ambox really seemed outpositioned at that point once that window gets broken. Once you see Asuna ready to swing on Heaven, basically. This is almost like round over if they lose this gunfight, and they did. So, you know, asking 2 duelists and an Omen basically to retake 3v5 on pistol, it's tough to do. Android did what he could, and certainly, as we mentioned, building up to that ultimate early on in a pistol round. Right. You're already 4 out of 6 on the Phoenix ult, so not all is lost there. And certainly when you think about how much of a toss-up, I think Nitro described the Frenzy meta as being a little RNG himself on Twitter recently, but you almost wonder whether or not it's almost like, okay, forget about it. We lost the pistol. No big deal. Let's go next. And for Ambox here, really not investing a ton into this round. It's at least a... peeking off catwalk there. This is a good starting point, at least, to find some confidence in the round, and Android certainly has that.
Yeah, pretty good defensive setup there from Ambox, as they haven't really shown a ton, right? So they're still kind of staying home, in a sense, not really having to cheat either which way. But it looks like for 100 Thieves, it's going to be a little bit of rinse and repeat as they're setting up for a different angle from the Paranoia. But that smoke is going to come out. It looks like they want to take tree room again.
Yeah, and it's just Rebo over here. He'll be calling for rotations any moment now, and Ye will hurry as fast as he can, but steal on the Bucky, already claiming generator in sight for his team. Ambox realizing now just how many players are on site. Ye just a bit caught out too far. That's Rebo falling a tree, Doug. Yeah,
and that's big for Asuna to have the Vandal already. Obviously, you want to buy up and really lean into winning this second round, and so far, so good for 100 Thieves. But we did see in the previous round, things got a little dicey at the end, no pun intended, but so far, it seems like this is going exactly 100 Thieves wanted. It's just down to Seb. He's got a classic, and, well, he doesn't have any health left. Dicey's going to catch him. It's going to be a flawless round for 100 Thieves as they take the second round.
All right, you went ahead and did it. But there's absolutely zero chance that throughout this series, I don't also refer to at least one round as being dicey for 100 Thieves. And I'm going to regret it. Nevertheless, a very clean anti-eco coming out from 100 Thieves. And when you're on the attacking side of any map in this game, I don't care which one we're talking about, claiming that second round, even just rolling into this bonus. Yep. Okay, it's a tough situation to do that with little to no deaths on the squad, but they get it done there. It's 2-0 now. 100 Thieves leading the charge, and they'll press this bonus, Doug. And looks like it's majority towards the A side again. And there's a little bit of a set play coming out from Ambox in response, but nothing yielded in the way of frags yet.
Oh, they didn't swing with it, but you saw that Paranoia come out, tag up a couple members on the side of 100 Thieves, and at least that's going to get them to think twice about it, right? You didn't hear anything going on after that. You see 100 Thieves start to pull off. They have some vision of mid, right? With Nitro, he's going to have some control there, a decent idea of what's going on. Meanwhile, Asuna has been creeping his way up towards B. He's going to get the opening frag as well. And you've got to keep an eye on that specifically because he brought that Vandal into the previous round, stayed alive, and was able to carry it into this one. This is supposed to be their bonus, right? But you've got a Vandal in the hands of one of the most talented players in the game, and that's an X factor.
Yeah, and he just takes a raw aim duel there, and he wins it. That's why he's on this team. And Android gets that info that they're going to be regrouping back towards A. Rotations will come in just a moment. Just Ye alone. 5-on-4. Ambox looks to even numbers. That's Android falling to the stinger of Dicey. And Asuna once again with the wide swing one tap on a Ye. And you're talking about it just before that actually occurred, Doug, where this is a bonus, basically. You want to get whatever frags you can, certainly try and win. But if you're getting 2 free frags, no damage in return, just off the back of that early investment on the Vandal, really looks like it was a wise payoff. And Dicey, again, just pushing the issue.
Yeah, and when you've got the numbers advantage like this, you certainly want to lean into that. Seb was able to get one, so I certainly don't want to count him out. All right, that'll do it. Steal with the Sheriff gets last kill. Now, Lex, very quickly, we saw 100 Thieves make some noise at A, draw that paranoia out, and then pull off to B where they got the opening frag, but Steel stayed at A. And then there was a mid-round call where they decided to go back towards A. What was it? Was there anything that you saw that would kind of lead towards 100 Thieves making that call?
Well, I think they just know, okay, Asuna goes over and gets that pick at B. It was actually Nitro that was basically balancing the map on that default, trying to scout out how Ambox was positioned. And once you know at that point that they're not even contesting you at B main, you've dropped their Sova. And, okay, actually a little bit of early aggression coming out here from Ambox, Doug. This could get interesting real quick with Asuna on the other end of things.
Right, again, lighter buys, play through smokes, take away the distance advantage that a rifle has that you don't. Nitro's there too. Nitro with 1, Nitro with 2, Nitro with 3. Seb, Seb gets back 2 of his own.
2 huge Sheriff frags and Rebo off Cat. Oh, looks like he bungled that one. Dicey was definitely caught unawares for just a moment. Didn't even have his Vandal out, but you know, despite some damage being dealt towards him, Seb is now left alone in a 1v3 with 18 HP. Doug does have the spike just momentarily, and Steel almost gets in there, but Seb able to fight for just a moment longer.
Yeah, Seb, this doesn't feel good. If you're Seb here, as he's just trying to run for the fences and stay alive. But again, I think we start to see in this round some of the benefits. Well, he picked up a rifle.
Right.
30 seconds
okay,
left.
there may be something here. He's weak, but there's something, right? But I say that you're walking into all of the Killjoy utility, guns across the board, and you only have 18 health. I've seen crazier things, right? As the wise philosopher of our time, Kevin Garnett, once said, anything is possible.
Wow. Deep Kevin Garnett. I mean, deep quotes from Doug. But you know what? I kind of finishing the thought was just like, I think 100 Thieves, this kind of rolls into a bigger point, not just about the last round, Doug. But even in these opening rounds where, you know, you win the pistol cleanly, you win the anti-eco cleanly, and, you know, the follow-up rounds are hold, read, see what Ambox is doing, and eco just snaps his neck. All right, there we are. 3 alive for 100 Thieves and a nice 4-0 start. And I think I was getting on the manipulation of rotations. Yep. Right, like just being able to balance the map, roll with almost like a 1-3-1 where you're sending the duelists around to go and take gunfights. Yeah, but and this is Nitro supporting Asuna so well. Just understanding like, okay, they know I'm behind Shed. They've scanned me here. They're going to swing out at any moment. Nitro's ready for it. And as you mentioned, Seb actually had some nice Sheriff snaps of his own. But what 100 Thieves is doing is just taking very basic reads and making Ambox overthink it. And once Asuna opened things up, you know, at B main in that particular round, and then again, it's Nitro in the last one, you get the man advantage. You have all the freedom in the world to throw a fake here, regroup in the other direction, and just you have to know at that point, you know, if the other team's not operating on any kind of solid information, Doug, they're guessing just as much as you might be. So
right.
The safe gamble is like, okay, fake here, go the other way. And twice now we've seen 100 Thieves basically just walk into a bomb site where there's just one member from Ambox defending. And it's come up big. And there it is. One more time, we're going to see Asuna first blood on the round taking out Ye, Doug. And that might be the difference maker so far in every one of these rounds.
Yeah, dude, it was, I think it was against NRG. Asuna had like 11 first bloods, and no one else in the series was even close. And we're seeing some of that kind of like play out already. But for Ambox, you've got to get something going here on this rifle, right? You've got the guns. You've got to be able to respond. This deficit runs, you run the risk of this getting out of hand here. Seb able to take care of Dicey. And at least they keep things, at least during this round, close. Android using that, run it back. It's going to expire. The spike's still not planted. Man.
18 seconds. They got to save this, Doug.
Surely they don't have time.
I don't think there's any physical way for
10 seconds left.
Eco to make it all the way to the... Ooh, there's one more frag to go, though, and that's Steel.
Yeah, he doesn't have time.
Yeah, no shot. However,
but,
I mean, this was... Let's talk about this. We had Ascent opening things up again, Doug. Go ahead.
Well, no, I think what I was going to say was, even for as strange as that might have been, right, the way that it panned out, 100 Thieves running out of time there, we were talking about this before that happened, for Ambox to get on the board, right, to still have a couple of rifles going in this next one. I know it's a lighter buy, Android's on a light armor, but you get something going, right? You're starting to build some of that momentum. Now, 100 Thieves has 4 ultimates to work with.
Right.
But you're getting something going.
Yeah, I mean, there was a big play on site there. Steel was Molotoving. I believe that was... Or sorry. Yeah, it was Ace. I think it was behind the A double stack. Dropped the Nano Swarm, basically cleared out that area in a nice, shrouded step into the back of the site from Seb. Basically allowed him to get that frag that delayed 100 Thieves so long. So, just smart play, I think, that was able to play the clock against 100 Thieves there. Ended up in a 4-1, but as you mentioned, they saved all their ultimates up to this point. So you've got four to work with, 2 of which are let's say the gate key into the... Ooh, avoids the owl drone altogether. No frags just yet, but this cat resistance coming in hot from Ambox may just shift all of the play back towards B, and you got to wonder, that read is clear. They're rotating immediately with 2.
Yeah. Yeah, you already see Ambox pulling over. Again, we have to think about those ultimates. There's the first one. The lockdown's going to be used. Seb using one of his own, though. Oh, Seb's there! Seb's there! He gets one! Not able to get the second as Hiko trades him out, but they've got him pinched in. 100 Thieves does not have the spike down yet. That lockdown's going to come through and tag up 1 player. Now they're going to get onto the site. Nitro should be able to get the spike down, but Ye's still on the flank. No! Hiko turns on him, takes care of Ye, and gives 100 Thieves a little bit of room to breathe. They're going to get off the site, they're going to get off the spike, and they're going to have the Hunter's Fury in their back pocket. That is enormous. Osmo able to get 1. Transfers over. Hiko already with 3 on the round, looking for the last one. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, that's a big ask for him there.
I'm going to break that down as quick as I can. There was so many good things going on there for Ambox. You had the double flank. Ye thought he had nothing but daylight. And I don't know, the shots from the Vandal just don't connect. I won't presume to know what went on there, but definitely a... Oh my goodness, Hiko has no HP either and just so unlucky with the movement from Sova. Caught his cape, I'm sure. But Boy was detained as the execute came in, Doug. So not only were you in a 3-on-3 here, but you have no retake recon dart available to you. So both your teammates are getting scanned, pushed back into CT, pushed back at market, and you have no recourse. You have no way to spam or delay 100 Thieves any further. There was only 20 seconds to deal with. If you're able to come away with 1 more frag there or drop the spike at lane or something along those lines, we have a very different outcome. You can play the retake much more aggressively. And unfortunately, starting with the fail flank from Ye, ending with the mistakenly detained from Boy, just seemed like Ambox, who had all the players that they needed in the right spots at the right time, just a few missteps, a few miscues. And I wonder whether or not this is like a tact pause coming up from them to be like, hey, listen, we're clearly coming into this game with a disadvantage, at least just losing pistol, losing the bonus. We're 6 rounds in now, and 3 of us don't have frags. Like, let's take a step back, take a deep breath, and realize that like the mistakes that we're making are solvable. And for 100 Thieves, like I mean, every single player on this roster is seemingly in step and playing well right now, and that's a tall order, Doug, to just expect that your team's going to be able to recover from this. But heartbreak aside, in the last round, they're going to pull away with some stingers, a few pistols at least. try and do whatever they can here with the Blade Storm being popped early on from Ye.
You see where Seb is set up for that paranoia that Ye could swing with. Imagine they're just waiting for an audio cue, something. It's also interesting that the fight that Ambox have in some rounds intentionally taken and other times have foregone around Tree Room, right? Like there are times you've seen him push all the way out towards Cat, other times where it's much more reserved. But we'll see how they choose to play this one out. Again, a whole lot of hurry up and wait here.
You talking about for 100 Thieves when they're taking map control?
Execute. No, for Ambox. There it is. There's the paranoia. There's the dash from Ye. He is able to get one. Saw another one. Looking for the second. Gets that one as well.
Nice.
Stealing Hiko out. That's a big play for Ambox.
Oh, and 2 beautiful kills coming out from Ye. That's the rebound we needed right there. And Asuna immediately taking liberties over at B, creating space for his team, calling for the rotates.
Oh,
and
careful across the middle. Yeah. Sorry, Nitro just went huge there. He was able to take care of that flank that was coming in from the defending spawn. That's going to leave the 2 members of Ambox that were able to, because of the pick from Ye, able to upgrade their weapons, but it required them taking the scenic route all the way back to B. By the time they show up, their teammates have already dropped. That's going to leave them in a 2v3, but it's a winnable one. You see Dicey, just a sliver of health. So there's a chance to make something happen. Nitro's so well set up, though. They have a great crossfire. Nitro's going to swing. He's got to realize that Android's there. No, Android was there. He got right by him. Seb got one as well, but Asuna able to take him out, drop things down to a 1v1 against Arena. Such a devastating agent to go against. Asuna gets 3. 100 Thieves take another round.
He is so good on this Reyna. I mean, from the dismiss to the re-peak at a perfect timing. Asuna playing with full confidence now. And yeah, you caught it. I didn't, Doug. But Nitro's mean lurk, I mean, you know, being the IGL-minded player that he is and playing on a roster of this kind of pedigree, right? Experience, the intelligence, you can trust players like Steel and Hiko to be making the right play and know what it is you're doing. And Asuna knows exactly as well, right? Like we saw him just basically, Ye early on, taking the duel, knows that Asuna's been getting really greedy over here at B main, and Ye takes advantage of that. Ye's waking up now, Doug, and that is a storyline that I think we touched on at the beginning of the match, where Android and Ye, we look to them to be fragging, we look to them to be stepping up, finding these openers for Ambox in the same way Asuna does for 100 Thieves, and there it is. 2 rounds in a row from Ye.
Well, not even that, but the fact that he was able to dash away and stay alive and that kill wasn't traded immediately. We haven't seen many times where Ambox has had the numbers advantage. Clean shots there out of Rebo. Again, the recent addition to this Ambox squad. Again, keeping Ambox with the numbers advantage.
Right. And for 100 Thieves now, you've got to be making a decision here soon. You know, you don't have any map control. You just lost everything over at B main. They know you're not at mid-market, but they're going to go ahead and throw that deep, dark cover over at mid, Nitro will. And this will make, you know, keep Android over there at defender spawn. Yep. He's got to stay, you know, at least cognizant of the fact that this mid lurk, Omen lurk can TP beyond that. Cat split will come underway, and he's wise to it now. He knows this isn't a B play. Cheating over. Seb playing around in the front. A main dark cover is going to find Dicey. And now there's only 20 seconds, Doug. 2v4, this is looking all but lost for 100 Thieves unless something crazy happens right now, but...
Oh, there it is! How's that for crazy, baby? Nitro comes in with 2. That's going to give him room to get onto the spike, but Hiko's got to get it down quickly. Nitro's got 3. The dad strength is just too strong. Rebo with 1. Hiko trades it out. 100 Thieves look like that round was done for, but the heist was there. They take it away from Ambox, and they get to 7.
Seb probably feels like he just got robbed, man. He makes the play twice in a row to protect this spike. And then he steps out of the dark cover and into the arms of Nitro and dad strength indeed. Oh my goodness. I feel like I spoke that into existence on accident. Just, there's almost nothing that 100 Thieves here can do, and ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oh my goodness, you just love to see that. Wow. And, you know, just checking the scoreboard now. Some players for 100 Thieves are fragging, and this is 7-1. A dominant performance so far, Doug.
It is. Ambox does have 3 ultimates to work with here, right? Like, that's one of the key equalizers that can flip around, excuse me, on its head. But I feel like they've shown 100 Thieves a couple of different looks and nothing is stuck.
Yeah, and there was so many good things.
Aggro from Yay.
And this anti-eco setup, they've run it every single time so far.
Yep.
And Ambox in the VOD review is gonna be like, oh man, you probably shouldn't have pushed that again. Oh, Steel exchanges some damage, but yeah, man. I mean, Ambox finding the openers in a few of these rounds now, putting themselves in a big advantage situations that just aren't panning out. I hate to say that it's some big mistakes that are coming up from Ambox, but really this is 100 Thieves looking really good, Doug.
You should run.
It's another big kill. Interesting investment of the lockdown here, but Asuna just holding W. He's already got 3, looking for the 4th. He's gonna get another, he might get another ace this tournament. He's hunting, he can smell blood in the water. You see him going after the remaining player, give it to him. Asuna with 500 Thieves are clicking, man. They're a well-oiled machine right now.
And eco frags are not, Doug. I swear, Asuna must have talked to a video editor just before this series went live and just said, listen, I'm going to be constructing my frag movie, map 1 here, and I'm going to go be main every round and find you entries. And this just turns into a full confidence ace.
Oh, yeah.
Sniffs out this isn't quite an A stack, or a B stack, rather. Swings towards defender spawn towards A, and just is like, I'm going to go ahead and finish this round, boys. Sit this one out.
All right, Ambox.
Ambox actually has some ultimates to work with here, Doug. We might want to keep an eye on that, but early aggression here at mid's going to push out Yay from that arch position. A little bit of damage exchanged.
Let's see, they've got to run it back. They're not going to have any info of anything B. You see that drone starting to come through because Asuna is pushing the matter by A, and he's already gotten the opening pick again on Rebo. That's going to give him full tree control. Asuna with a second. The guy's just like, he's running entirely unchecked. He can do whatever the heck he wants right now, and he hasn't been met with really any resistance. Dicey taking care of Yay. Asuna's going to drop his android, takes care of him, but again, it's traded right back out. And is as good as things started to look for Ambox, they're down to 1 player again.
And even then, this player is already within the jaws of a trap. He doesn't know it quite yet, but there it is, being finished off by Dicey. That'll be his 3rd. And you're right. Asuna is effectively getting met with next to no resistance at this point, Doug. But I am going to touch on something there. We know Rebo's a new addition. We know that we haven't seen him even playing Cypher yet from the Sandbox side. At least I haven't. So that may have just been a lack of prep, a lack of practice, because he really seemed to think that there was some positive control still over his catwalk approach. And if Ye's been pushed off mid, if he's fallen back, then that means catwalk is wide open, man. And he just got caught unawares. Asuna got a free one to start. Ye is losing this battle throughout the game against Asuna, and it's paying out dividends, I think, so far for 100 Thieves. And that may just be the understatement of the century up to this point.
It's just so difficult to deal with, but we see some aggression from Ambox here as they try to fight for mid control, but when you've got Dicey and Steel holding down this area of the map, there's no room to work with, no room to breathe. Boy gets another one, but that was the only silver lining there. 10-1 right now in favor of 100 Thieves.
And the first few rounds where Ambox, didn't have stellar showing. Okay, the first 3 or 4 rounds, right? They were wiped. Yeah. Right, it was like decisive 100 Thieves victories, and they really started round 5, round 6. They even picked up one of those rounds, the only one they have so far. They seem to be showing some light, where they're able to take some A main and B main control. They're able to win their opening duels against Ascent, who's more than willing to take that challenge. And ever since then, this has been, and I hate to describe any Valorant match as such, but a 100 Thieves routing. Ambox is just getting pushed around. The Hunter's Fury comes out from Higo early on, but yay, Bladestorm out.
Okay.
Right click on Asuna.
Okay, but Dicey had one of his own. He's gonna dash in. They're gonna work around the smokes around each other clean. Blade there from Ye. Rebo gets it as well. On to Dicey, and Boy's gonna use the Hunter's Fury. Things are working here. Ambox looking like they're gonna be able to get the second round on the board. It's just Nitro down low. Nitro shots go wide. A flawless round, and exactly what you need to get momentum going again, right? Like, build a little confidence, get something moving here.
Yep. Throw everything you got at them last round of the half. They get it 10-2 moving into the second half now, Doug. Still not a good scoreline, but there it is. Oh, this
just,
round from Nitro,
yeah.
really. That was so fun to watch, Doug. Just
well, and you know, that setup, right, where 100 Thieves was in that moment was so similar to the round that they dropped. And remember, they dropped the round because they ran out of time.
True. Oh my goodness. Asana just, I mean, farming. Just farming.
What can Ambox do on the attacking side? Can they put up a similar performance? The deficit is so big right now. The room for the margin for error is almost non-existent. As Ambox look to dig themselves out of an 8-round deficit here in map 1 between these two squads. And folks, remember, the winner advances to the close qualifiers, right? They're done. They punched their ticket to play in the close qualifiers for a chance to qualify for Masters in March. The loser has to do this thing all over again.
Yeah, and for 100 Thieves, you know, following in the previous open qualifier, obviously we've touched on it more than enough. Nitro was not there. But you got to think that they are going to be hungry isn't the word, but almost denying the possibility of dropping in this tournament and not at least advancing to the close. You know, we can have that conversation about whether or not they're going to make it to Masters next weekend. But for the fact that, ooh, really actual frenzy action at mid, I did not see them pushing.
30 seconds left.
Ambox is just spreading a default here for the pistol, but 100 Thieves just looks like they're not even going to be willing to let Ambox in this series. And so it is, I think, you know, you're speaking to momentum, Doug, as this decoy owl drone from Boy may just lead the rotations over to A, but 100 Thieves splitting their defense. They know it's B at this point. A presses forward, dashes up lane. Steel's already got a setup for that. Saw it coming. Austin and Dicey both trading frags back out. Seb finds his second. That'll be huge. Only seconds remain on this clock, but it doesn't even matter. The spike will not get planted. And Steel's, you know, nanoswarm setup at lane just stopped the Ambox push in its tracks. And I think it was Ye who fell to it first, but he just took way too much time. You know, even that drone that I kind of highlighted as being the quote unquote fake towards A didn't really draw any defenders. 100 Thieves was still wise to it. The dark covers had been, you know, I don't want to say that they were missynced necessarily, but once those go up, there's almost no question it's going to be a B play. 100 Thieves was ready for it. Steel's setup, you know, he's alternating sites now, so this will keep the Killjoy kit fresh, but really shut things down for Ambox there.
It was interesting too to see how slow Ambox chose to play the pistol. You seldom see a pistol move that slowly, but much more controlled here, much more aggressive, and you called it, Lex. They walk right into all of that Killjoy utility, and then the Bucky's there from Steel to take care of the opener. Did I see that right? We'll talk about that in a minute. Steel, again, still with the Bucky's just dropping on him. Dicey has one. Steel has 3!
Oh my goodness. Just a Bucky massacre. And despite the force buy from Ambox, this is 12-2, 100 Thieves looking to put this away now. And, I mean, this is, you were asking about the pistol and whether or not it's normal to take that much time, and the truth is no. But I wonder what their read is. I mean, twice in a row, they've moved directly towards the Killjoy utility. You got to think that's not 2 mistakes in a row. That's intentional. And, you know, it would be very easy to underwrite or understate just how incredible, maybe isn't the word, but scary that Steel setup is at both sites so far, where he's just, with a nice one tap from a Guardian onto Dicey from Gay. Some jet on jet action to start us out here, Doug.
And again, a big pick, right? Desperately needing it. That's going to get the Blade Storm online as well. But we'll see where they choose to play this one out.
Yeah, and they are going to spread towards, maybe leaning towards the A split, I guess. Yay is just so confident with these knives. I mean, Blade Storm is just, it's already so strong of an ability. You put an aimer on that agent, and he makes magic happen when he does. Rubo actually pushing up towards Market will quickly spot out one defender. Doesn't know the second one is in Market itself. Hiko being pushed back, so he's just going to fall directly into the crossfire. Nitro finds the first. Android responds with one of his own. But Hiko closing things out. That's 2 of those frags down at mid. Both him and Nitro are making this defense look really good, Doug.
That's just down to Boy here. That's a big pick with the Bulldog. Drop things down to a 1v1. Again, he's looking to keep this map alive, to try to keep the hope, the dream of a comeback, a reality. That's a big first step, getting the spike down, but he's already been tagged up. Right now, Boy looking to rotate around, but Hiko is wise to it. It looks like he's going to be posting up in locks. Clean shot, but not enough to get the kill. Hiko gets the third. He's going to get the defuse as well. A statement from 100 Thieves as they take the opening map.
What a wall bang. Closing it out is Hiko. That is a dominant map 1 from 100 Thieves. And honestly, Doug, we anticipate